Okay, good morning. This is Simon with Trade and Perform Coaching. It is 8:17 a.m. on July 30th. Just really quick, if I can find them. This is how you get a hold of me. Let's see if I can find this. There we go. Oh, don't need two of those. There we go. This is how you get a hold of me if you'd like a 5-day pass to the room. And so this will pop up. There we go. Past performance is not indicative of future results. This is for educational purposes only. I highly recommend you use Apex futures funding or Top Step trading. When you start trading, you can lose a lot of money very quickly day trading futures if you do not have a solid plan. Okay, so I was out obviously yesterday, so let's just kind of jump into what worked and what didn't work. And the first thing you'll notice, look, if you'll line these two pieces up, keep reiterating this until it's just a broken record. Okay, what you're waiting for, don't overthink it, would be my suggestion. Don't overthink it. See here at 9 o'clock, why do I have all these lines here? Let's get rid of these, see where they're coming from. Let's try here. We'll just manually delete these. There we go. There we are. Okay. Pointer. Look, you're coming down. This is after 9 o'clock, right? You get your pink line bar right here off the 24 tick. Okay, now watch. In the direction of 1. This is on the 50 cent, then I'll go do the 25 cent. 1, 2, 3. All three of those lift, right? So it's generally the next 3 bars that lift, right? Within that context, you're going to have a star up 50 cent bar with dots on it. It's really powerful. Get stopped out, trap back in over here to the right. That is a very strong trade. That's the lift all the way to the top of the channel. Within that context, you get your pink bar right here, right? Pulls back, next 3 bars. 1, 2, 3. Now, I do not take them when they're in the top of the channel, so I just would have taken this one. But that is process. That is my goal. That is what I want to do for today. You didn't need more than that, and you crushed it if you did that. Additionally, right here we have our initial balance. Right here, you established buyers are in intraday control just after 8:30 in the morning, and you'll see underneath IB low, we never get an orthodox close underneath IB low. Consolidation, trap all the shorts, upside break, and break out to the upside. I'm not sure that I am unmuted here. Hold on. Sorry about that. Guys, y'all didn't hear a damn word I said, did y'all? Good morning. Okay, let's try that again, guys. So we're going to repeat. What I want to accomplish this morning is very, very, very simple, right? I want to stay on process. I don't have to figure out the whole market. I don't care whether it's going up or down. I want to, but it is working now, right? It hasn't gone back into mute. Yeah, okay, so cool. Look, I'm going to start this over again. I start off my day, I'm just going to jump to 9 o'clock. First pink bar, right? Let me erase these lines over here. There we go. I spread it out nice and wide. That blue line works with that pink bar completed. Now watch the count. Algos in the direction of 1, 2, 3. All 3 of those, excuse me, I lied. 1, 2, 3, one stop. It's unlikely you would have scaled that star, right? And then this is a trap back into the star, so that recovered your loss right there if you took one, right? And then down here, that is a right at 10 o'clock, right? You didn't have to mess with the 10 o'clock, 9:50 to 10 o'clock issue. That is an orange dot, super trap back in to all these dots right here. That is the breakout bar. See ya. And if you'll notice again right here, right, you get yet another pink bar. There's your star for the ad if you want to do it and push out yet again. So by 10:30, right, by 10:30 trading one contract, you'd have been over $1,000 just following the process. Now let's go back and do it on the 50 cent, on the 25 cent chart, right? So let's come back. Race lines. So remember, this is faster, right? This is faster, but it does give you pretty phenomenal entries, right? So there's the, let's go back to 9 o'clock. There's your chart. So now if you look at this, this is a little bit more this is a little bit trickier, okay? First bar, stop, but it's 6 points a stop, not 15, 16, 18 points a stop, right? Stop. This is, let's see, stop, trap back in. This recovered your 6 points right here. Remember, this is much faster trading, right? And then finally you got star. You actually ended up with star into star right here. This star and this star, that's very strong and gave you the lift all the way across. The difference between the two charts is the size of the stop, right? One's 18 points, one's 6 points, right? 15 to 18 versus 6 to 8. Usually it's 6, right? So there's two components that go into that. How fast can your brain process? How fast can you hit in the dome? And how well can you manage the trade, right? For most people, they're going to find it easier on the 50 cent chart versus the 25 cent chart that we're on here, right? And if you look through that process as we come down to the bottom of the channel again, so that's the first three, right? If you look, this is star up outside the channel. I don't know that I would have taken that without the pink bar. I'm going to roll to my next mark off here, which would have been right here. This is the next, I don't know if I trust this. Hold on a second. Maybe I erased one. No, that's correct. 1 and then 2. Okay, there we go. So that white arrow is number 2, right? If you look, when we came down, what did you get on the 25 cent? Nothing. You got orange dot stuffed. You got orange dot stuffed. Okay, but this demonstrates a pretty good example. You need both charts, right? I just bounce between the two. If I didn't get the trade here, right, and I get the star up over here, guess what? I'm just cutting size and taking the bigger chart, right? I'm just fluctuating between the two pieces. But either way, the advantage was this, right? We're not sitting there going, do I think it'll go higher? Do I think it'll go lower, right? At 8:30, buyers established that they were in control. We never get an orthodox close below the 5-minute IB low. I have targets up above, slow burn consolidation through here, and then lift, right? The edge is I already kind of have a pretty good idea of which way I'm looking. I'm just looking for the algos to line up. Some days the 25 cent will be on fire. Some days it's just kind of like, I'm going to have to work the rest of the chart to get my setup. The 50 cent chart, right? The advantage to the 25 cent chart for me is I can trade more size. For example, on Apex, this 50 cent chart is a 2 contract max trade, 1 or 2, right? And no one likes taking I'd prefer, if I could, to trade the 25 cent all the time because I love the speed involved with it and how easy it is to get my scale off. But I'm going to go to where I can pull the money out. But you'll notice yesterday, at no point, and I know I was tired yesterday, but no point did I come and go, hey, this thing is short, it's going to roll to the downside. You'll see the same message over and over again, right? Which is, until we get an orthodox close below that 17,530, buyers are in overall control. So if you're shorting, you're trading with the shorter end of the stick, right? And it doesn't mean it can't work, it just means you're gonna have to be damn fast, right? And what your goal is as a trader is to eliminate the drawdowns where you're psychologically just worn out from fighting against a trend, right? You'll notice I didn't go, hey, we're up for 20 days in a row, we're overbought, it's due for a pullback. You didn't see anything about, hey, the war in the Middle East is expanding, the market should crash. You didn't see anything about interest rates aren't going to drop, we're going lower. All of that is exterior noise, right? Wipe it away and come back to just what the chart is telling you to do. And that's what we're going to do today. At least that's what I'm going to do. Very simple. I'm looking for who establishes control. I'm watching the purple and pink bars to establish direction one way or the other. And then I am following my my process. And if I get stopped out, I get stopped out. The goal is to keep down days small. Excuse me a second. Pardon me. My goal is to keep my down days very small to flattish and my up days good. On the march to $1 million, you need 20 Apex accounts. You'll see on YouTube I have one of the Apex accounts up there, the lead account that I'm trading in. And what you want to see is all you need to do is average out 300. So last week I averaged out to 677 a day. 300 a day across 20 accounts. 300 a day across 20 accounts, 4 days a week, 10 months out of the year is just shy of $1 million. Okay, and what I keep seeing across no one in particular, but just across a broad spectrum over many, many years, traders will come in, and let me tell you what the huge advantages of this Apex, and to a lesser degree Top Step, right? Traders will come in with small accounts, $15,000, $20,000, $30,000, and go, I want to make $100,000 a year off my $30,000. And that's what leads to, hey, I'm up 1,200, hey, I'm up 1,500, hey, I'm up 2,000, and I'm going to keep pressing all the way through that day, right? Instead of taking the easier path, right? Look, 300 a day is very achievable on the average. That is not, you're not going 300 and done. You're going, I want to average out to 300 a day. What that should be doing is acting as a relief valve for what you're trying to accomplish, so that not every move and not every trade and not every second is uber critical. You should be saying, instead of going, I have to be perfect, you should be going, hey, I don't have to be perfect, and I can really wait for my prime setups to get my trades and make my money, right? Which almost everyone in the room, to one degree or another, is starting to experience, right? So please take that to heart and realize today's no more important than tomorrow, Thursday or Friday, right? Or Monday. You don't have to do it today, but you do have to be on process every day. And if you'll follow the process, you'll buy into the program, right? And you'll do your job, which is to wait until after that pink bar forms, right? That pink bar, let me tell you what it saves you from. This. It saves you from this right here, where you get stopped over and over and over again. I realize that's late Asia into Sunday's session, but it's a good example, right? All the way down, you don't start hunting till right here, and then lo and behold, bam, you're on the right side of the trade, more often than not, right? So buy into the process, let it work for you. Let me see what the econ is today. Not that I care very much about it. Fund's about to die. Econ, January 30th. 9 a.m. JOLTS reports, 8 a.m. house pricing index, ECB's Nagel speaks at 9:30, whoever he or she is. And then we have Google after the close, aka Alphabet, Microsoft, Starbucks, and AMD, all right at or after the close. Google's right on the close. For those of you who like to play with fire, just FYI, sometimes those numbers slip right before, and you can get a nasty, nasty surprise. And you do not need that to make money. Okay, guys, you do not need it to make money. Okay, so we have 9 o'clock, and let's just see where this market takes us, and we'll go from there. That's the best thing I can suggest. So we're on. There's the pink bar. I am not trading the first 30 minutes. They can have it. My guess is we're going to come up and retest the high, 17,715. I do not like getting bone crushed early in the day. This is connected. And I I think I have my trade locked. I do, which is great. It's exactly what I want. I would expect now that Al goes in the direction of, right? Al goes in the direction of, well, now I'll get a lift thanks to this pink bar. Neither buyer nor seller can establish control because we need the first 5-minute IB. And then I believe I have my trade, show order fills, show order and position. So I believe I have that on. Nope, let's do that. How are we looking now? We on, Bill? Okay, cool. There too. Oh, Tasia, sorry I didn't update. Yeah, she left the hospital last night and much better. So it turns out it's a very, very tiny tear in her lungs, and it's actually somewhat easy to do, believe it or not. It's just random. So hopefully it'll just heal up. She's supposed to rest for 1 to 2 weeks, intensively for 3 days, and then 1 to 2 weeks. Yeah, yeah, Ben. Mostly in very thin people for some reason. They don't know why. I am in no danger of that. Star up. Again, you'll see ES just has no weakness in it so far. You'd think they'd be begging for a retest of these highs. If that star doesn't stop out, it should lift. I guess that's an obvious statement, but in other words, you got the pink bar, now you have to follow by the star. or the trap into that star would be ideal. But there's no sellers in ES. Well, they're gone now. That's messed up. That's not right. Because it messes up the sequence of the chart. So therefore, if I do this, well, I'll do this way. Duplicate charts. This will mess up my chart for just a second, but it'll be worth it. Chart. All charts, chart book. Where'd you go, mofo? Really? There you are. I can close this down, file, close chart book. Distance gets minimized. I've lost my levels. That's what I've done. It's okay. I'll rework them in a second. Okay, so I don't mess up the charts too badly, I'm not gonna try to reconstruct everything here. Okay. Wow, this is messed up. Hold on a sec. I can't tell. Why did you just fire? I didn't want you to fire short. Okay, there's a problem with this right out of the gate. Turn it off. It's shorted for some reason. Just close it. Same as yesterday. Sorry, that fired off a trade that it was not supposed to fire. Not right. It's fine, it was one contract, but it cost me 5 points, and it's not duping it over. So, trade. I doubt it. It's going to do the same thing it did yesterday morning, brother. I believe I have it set so that it'll show the trades. A man can dream. What are you doing? This is just weird. That looks right. Okay, excuse me just 1 second, guys. Just super slow grind. But look at ES, not giving up a penny. My trades are not showing up for some reason, so I'll have to work on fixing that, guys. I apologize. They usually pop up on the screen. Give me just one sec. Oh, there's a problem. Oh, there they are. Okay, good. They're showing up properly, I think. Jeez, they're not. Okay. Okay. Damn, that sucks. I missed one thing. X. Yes. File. Overwriting off a chart. Okay, one more test here. I just ran one quick trade as a test. I'll leave it there. Soft. Oh, wait. Never mind. Okay. Well, I did not have all my ducks in a line, and I found a way to dig a $500 hole right out of the gate. It's all right. I'll fix it. That was through one auto execution error and then two trying to fix the dome. So that kind of sucks. We'll settle it down. Look at that, just bar over bar since the open. It's a sub 20 point range. That hurts to lose $500 in that, but that's all right. We'll get it fixed. Sub 20 point range. You're gonna have star and a star right over here if this stops out. The tweezer's bottom on the star. It's gonna be a tweezer's bottom on the star. You gotta figure they're gonna kick it out. Star up, star, star. Stop on that at 65. Oh, you know what? It's off the 50 cent. My brain is not in this game at all. Sorry, guys. My brain's not in this at all this morning. I don't know why I'm so rusty. I'm looking at the 50 cent chart, not the 25 cent chart. Guys, it's the same thing in this case. Oh, I know what the problem is. Damn, look at that. I went and messed with things around. There. Jeez. Sorry, my brain's just in mush mode. It's me. Wow. I thought I was trading off a 50 cent trap. Instead, I'm over here making noise. I'm going to end up with a stop before the number in the 10 minutes till. So I'm probably going to have to pause. My brain is not where it needs it to be, as evidenced by the previous trading. I'm not worried about it, other than, man, I'm making some mushy decisions here. I'm just going to get tagged, and then they're going to run it right back up to the other side. I forgot I transferred the chart, so it turned into a 25 cent chart. Tagged again. All on me. Stupid. Guys, I had to take a break and just refocus. I don't know what I'm doing, but I had my auto trader mis-execute, and then it's just thrown me into a series of bad trades really quick. Not cool at all. It's 39 points, $800. That was awful. Man, I'm so pissed. That's going to be star to star now on a freaking 16, and I'm not going to take it. 4 minutes in front of it. Not happy with myself. And in a chop, zero zone, frustrating. See how just one thing turns you on, and then you're like all of a sudden I'm scrambling to get all the pieces going at one time. Not cool. Let's see if I can fix this. So I want to go through that because that's that. Thank you. Appreciate that. Um, I just want to let y'all know that it's really, really important, and that's a star up off of that. Damn. It's really important when something goes wrong, it can throw you into a series of bad trades, like I'm in right now, right? It's not a disaster unless I turn it into a disaster, right? So the thing you do is you process your feelings about it. So my feelings are, I'm frustrated. It all started with an algo misfiring and then me going, oh, I'm missing a chart. And then I duplicated all my charts. And now my 50-cent charts aren't 50-cent charts, right? So it was just a small series of bad decisions that led me to draw down 800. And it could easily lead to, on those little accounts, blowing those up. Horrible, frustrating situation, right? So that's going to be a star trap, star into star. But I'm not sure that number matters much when we're this tight like this. I may be wrong. My gut tells me it doesn't matter in this case, one way or the other. It's got to be on this guy right here, right? All my charts are off. Just so you know, all my supplemental charts, I'm not even going to go through and try and fix it. There's the number. That's going to get bought. Almost promise you it is. It's going to be a trap into a star on the 50 cent. If that trap's at 52. I'm limiting one contract at 52 and a quarter for a buy stop. That order's now 47 quarter. It would just be a trap on that star. And now if you're on the 25 cent, you want to wait for the pink bar. Order's now pulled. Okay, so that's perfect. See how I was working off this star over here, just like this star trapped into this star? It's working off of this star right over here, right? And it didn't trap, right? That's perfect of looking and thinking, oh, we're going to trap and go, versus guessing, right? So now I actually have resistance up above, like 650 area to 660. Or I'd be low. So see that star off the bottom? I'm not just going to take that blindly, right? And I've also had 1, 2, 3, 4 bars consecutively down. I want a pink bar over here on the right to reset me. Even though I'm down, right, what do I not want to do? Force my hand, right? I don't want to guess. I don't want to panic. This is where everyone draws down and blows up. And I'm not going to let that pressure of me having to trade right? I'm not going to let the pressure of me having to trade or being down to recover influence that. Here comes your pink bar. Now I can look for the next algo after at least a 1 bar pullback, at least over here. Backside test into resistance. And we have established sellers are in control, so the natural target would be prior day's low. Or this 17,558 is the downside target, is the first downside target. Oh, there's my star, I didn't take it. See if they'll give me another shot at it. Nope, missed it already. Damn, come on, Simon, get your brain going. That'll be star into star trap over here on the left, 39.50. Again, sellers are in overall control, just FYI. I took 10 points out of that, puts me down 30. You'll see my entry and my exit. And good, we're moving. We're about to have dots up on the 24. Go to your ID 30, Gregory. Go to ID 30, like this. Where is it? You got to find ID 30 and go to settings. That's how you do it. ID 30, ID 30, ID 30. I don't know where it is here. But it's here somewhere. It's the TnP. I don't know why it's not here. F6. There it is, ID 5, settings. You can change it right there. I missed that orange dot stuffed. Still wasn't in the direction of, and you're about to get this big guy, this guy pushed down right here. I'll look for a backside test of him and a dot to come off of him. Remember, buyers don't establish control till we're back above 17,684. Damn, I missed that trade. And that was star into star. And guys, if we can hold off the technical questions, because my brain just flies around, I could have used that trade. 34 to 46. So just focus on what we're doing in front of us and worry about the bars later. They're going to come back for a test of that IB low. I'm watching this bar down. This guy stuffed and had nowhere to go, and he was the biggest seller down right here. So algos coming off of him should lift. Oh, we're moving. What do you know? Small little things. Obviously, I was rusty from yesterday. but small little things make a big difference on your P&L. Big. And notice I'm putting my desire to recover and get positive, but I'm putting my desire to get positive underneath my desire to follow process, right? Into IB low. Almost. These IB lows are off slightly. I'm going for the one on the 50 cent. And we're into resistance, by the way. I would expect it to back down out of here from first touch. And retest this guy right down here at 36 or lower. Potential tweezers bottom area down here on the left. Not anymore. Coming back up. I'm looking for a dot down for an experimental trade here on the 25 cent with a 1 bar stop. No love. Oh, there it is. So that's a 54 against the 60 stop. Specifically 60.75. Scalp, got it. Down 25 points now. So I cut my losses in half pretty much. And I'll keep doing that. I won't go, oh, my day's ruined if I don't get positive. I won't go, I've got to take the big risk just to throw it all away. I will stay on process all the way through. Notice I cut my trade size because I'm pretty sure this works, but I'm not 100% sure it works. Right? It's rejecting out of that IB low area. Right? Notice I'm not in a rush either. I'm not going, oh, I've got to do it all right now. I've got to fix it right this second. It's not a tragedy. It's $500, right? If you keep your cool, you can work your way right out of it. You have to be able to trade from behind the 8 ball. Is very important. And if you don't learn how to do that, the market will crush you, right? You don't want that. Again, if I get an orange dot down out of here again, I will attempt it. Push up to that 57. Tweezers, but no algo. Damn, I wanted the dot right there. That's all right. Let's see if it gives it to me a third shot. Yeah, look at ES. Like, I think all this is weak selling right now. We haven't even broken a swing in ES. So I think this is one of those situations where we've had a pattern. Remember, we haven't even tagged it prior day's low, right? You got to come back to that 5 minute and look where we're at. Like, we haven't even hit support. Look at that. It's just a small pull down. We haven't even broken this. We just came back and took out the stops underneath that bar is all we've done, right? So don't get bearish and go, oh, we're going to zero, because nothing's happened yet at all. And we have pink bars up, so I'm actually looking for algos long at this point. Sorry, one off process. Pink bar up. Right there. Chart number 5. F5, chart 5. I'm looking for dot up now, actually. This is what this is telling me, back into resistance. That's going to be a PSC over PSC, long. I'm late on that. I have to do it from 49 to 42. I might get stopped on that. Come on. Down to minus 19. Again, I am trying to get my P&L back to flat, right? I want to say that again. I am trying to get my P&L back to flat. Okay, so I don't have the luxury of pushing these trades right now. Okay, but I am following process on my entries. Okay, so that puts me minus 400 on the day, roughly. Minus 428. I was down about a K. So that's totally reasonable process for me to follow. I don't have to make it all up in one trade, right? I do want to manage my P&L. I had an unfortunate series of decision making there. I got flustered by the algo. I'm testing an auto trader that I'm flustered by, right? But I've got to realize in that panic, frustration, anger, whatever you want to call it, right? Whatever you want to call it. In that process, I've got to get my head straight and go, the process works. Let the process lead me to the P&L, not let the P&L lead me to decision making, right? I made a mistake, made 3 mistakes. Paused, looked at my notes, back on process, right? And in case you're wondering, yeah, it's harder when the whole world's looking at you when you're trading at the same time. That's going to be star into star if that closes back in at 44, not at 42. So it's just a pause. Actually, you're still in the pink, so you can get an up bar, so that's going to be a 42 long for me. I only got one contract. Down 17 because I just got a horrible fills on both of those. Okay, but it's all right. I mentioned it away. $42 to 44. I don't know how I got such a bad. I guess I was all right. It should have been 42 to 49 at least. Okay, so didn't say I always do this perfectly, but I will get that. That's as close. If that's as close to green as I get today, that is totally acceptable. for a day. It doesn't have to be. I'm down $392, $47 in commissions. That is okay. I was down a K on my mistakes, right? I can't make it perfect. I can just reset, and then I can't make it do what I want it to do. I can't have it both ways. I want to be in it if it's a winner. I undersized that trade too. I meant to do 2 contracts. I got 1, right? So again, that made a difference. It would have been down 12 instead of, there's a lot of things I can be doing to make this better, right? A lot. So I'm just going to keep working on it. My other auto trader, by the way, is doing just fine. It's up $400. So interesting. Tweezer's top with dots down, that's usually a high odds trade to the downside. If you're willing to take the stop, your stop is 1761-ish, right? So you have to burn that. I would not burn that on more than 1 contract. And I'll do that right there at 50 against 61. Again, it's inside the range, but it is tweezer top with dots down to the right side. And that's a trade for me. I may not like it, but it is a trade for me. Down 13 points, minus 260 now. Again, I'm just chipping away at that, minus 326 on the day with commissions. I'm just chipping away, chipping away. I didn't like the star up against the, and the pink bars up on the 25 against the triple dots down. So I like these two charts to kind of align with one another, and they didn't. So now a star down over here, man, that's hard. We're just obviously grinding through this. Trying to set a 8-point stop. Remove. Ticks. Stop offset. 8 times 4 is 32. We'll try this one more time. Use the attached trades. Used it with 2 more points than I'm used to. Okay, see that star down now where it's aligned with this dot down, and it'll be a 1 bar stop. I'm not going to take it. It's chopping too hard now, right? But that's what I would have liked this and this to have appeared at the same time, right? So it's just not doing anything. Pink bar's still in effect on the up bars. That would be a star and a star at 47, not anymore. And then you have a potential stop out, I don't know where. ES finally gave up a little juice. Long. Looks like I'm gonna get stopped on that. I should have already been stopped on that. See, this freaking auto trader thing just is frustrating as hell. See, that should have already been stopped out. Now it's star into star. I can't get it. I got it at 36. Flattened. -7 on the day. Okay, let me tighten that up. Targets. I know I am smart enough to do this. 32, 28. See, that should have stopped. So it didn't stop because I had the stop miscalculated. I had it at 8 points. It should have been at 6 points. That would have been stop re-entry. So that should have been -6. And then 40 to 50. Does that make sense? It just cracked open really fast. Okay, so I apologize about that. I'll get it fixed. My P&L is now -217 on the day, and that includes $67 in commissions. Okay. Remember, I was down a K. I'm just working through it. Again, I was off yesterday and I'm having a little bit of a brain spasm, getting my brain back in gear to get these trades in correctly. Notice I'm not going off process. Notice the problems I'm having are surrounded around process as opposed to, they're surrounded around process as opposed to being surrounded around me guessing at the market, right? So those are easy errors to correct in your trading, right? Those are easy errors to correct in your trading, right? So I can look at this in one of two ways. Golly, if I didn't have those problems, right? If I didn't have those problems, I would be, I wouldn't be down, right? I'd be up a K and my day would already be over, right? Or, right? Or I can go, hey, I'm glad I worked this out, right? I'm glad I worked this out today instead of yesterday, and that I don't have to go figure out the whole damn market again, right? And wherever I end up today, whether it's down 200, up 200, up 1,000, doesn't matter, right? Doesn't matter. What matters is my long game and whether I can come back in and do it over and over again, right? And so I recognize that, and maybe I need to sharpen up my game for when I take an unexpected day off just to get a little bit sharper. Who hasn't been at the point where you come in and you're just rusty on your execution, right? So, nice job, Brian. And then also, again, remember earlier I pointed out where you have your biggest seller, come back and test them. That's the orange dot stuff version of that. I didn't grab it off the 50 cent. But that's okay. I will get this thing back and then I will grab it back in and hopefully close positive today. Nope. 0. Tasia, I would be right there with you. You could have improved your extensions, but that'll come. I think you did a good job. The only reason I didn't get stopped on that, just like you did, was because of the confusion on the stop, which I think I've got fixed now. Supernova on everything. Coming up against IB low, you're going to have resistance here. Again, the other thing I have to be careful of, right, it's 933, is that I'm not going, I've got to be up a K, right, because I don't have to be. Right, I can walk and book this down, which is okay, right? Minus 217 is okay, right? Or just patiently wait to see if I get another trade set up for me, which is what I'm opting for. Stuff star, super trap. You're going to end up with a super trap off of IB low to the short side. I'm not taking that, but it's valid entry. It's off the fourth channel too. We're making higher lows and higher highs on the 50 cent. And we super trapped to the long side too. Not an A+ setup, but because you didn't have the dot on the left, but it's still super trapped to the long side. So I'm not interested in working through the short side without pretty good extension. Like, you got to figure the stops are over here, really. Well, there's a star up and I missed it. See if they'll dip back into it. Flat on the day. 4 points. I'm down commission still. Daily P&L down $75. That, by the way, is officially a good day. I was down a K, and without those errors, I'd be up a K, right? I don't have to keep trying to rework this to perfection, right? It doesn't have to be up 1,000 or up 100 or up anything every day. Notice I waited for my signal, star up, right, after a pink bar, and I took my trade. And I did not try to stretch myself. Like, I didn't go, oh, I got to recover it all on one bar. I just chiseled it away, right? Now I'm down $75. And if being down $75 isn't okay, then you got a problem day trading, right? You just do. It's got to be okay to be, hey, I was down a K, and I got back to minus $75 and worked it out, right? It just has to, for your own sake, okay? Is it helping you guys with me working through when I'm down like this, how I'm working through it? Or is it too much? I should just do it quietly. Okay, cool. Then I'll keep up. And so since I kind of hit a milestone there of getting back to flat, I'm going to take a minute, go make myself a cup of coffee, and then I'll be right back. Guys on YouTube,